All right, hello everybody. Welcome to the week ahead analysis for the week of October 27th. I just got back from a long car ride. Went back home to see my parents for his birthday, so that was good. Got to spend some good time with the family, but now we're back and looking forward to a good week. Looking at NQ and ES, start off with those indices. Had a pretty big gap up at the open. So gonna be a weird day, I think, tomorrow trading wise. A lot of support here on the weekly down into the envelope again, so it could be a little gap and go situation here. Intraday, I'm gonna see what happens overnight, if that gap recovers or if we continue to push. It's gonna tell us a whole lot. We are at these monthly DMLs here. They are stacked up, so we'll see if that knocks you down. Talk about these live DMLs here. If not, I think we could be gunning for this monthly core DML right here, as long as, and maybe that extension, I don't know. I think it's going to be good to see and let this play out overnight and into Monday. That would tell us a lot going into the rest of the week. But if it does pull back in here, kind of putting a subtle flash in, but I don't think that's relevant. I mean, the extension is at the top of the envelope now, reaction scrolling down there. So, you know, I'm going to be bullish here, but I think Monday is going to tell us a lot. And if we get a pullback into the envelope on the weekly, then it'd be a good buy opportunity. But let's see what the overnight session does and the beginning of the week does for us. So same thing here. NQ is at these monthly live DMLs, but I think it is going to want to continue to push. If it does get shot down, we do have a lot of support here at 25,290. We've got these three DMLs stacked up right here, and you know, same thing with the extension at the top of the envelope. So let's see what the overnight session does and what Monday does, and that would tell us a lot going into the rest of the week. Core data looks very bullish still, so we'll see. I'll go over the Dow just to get more confirmation. So yeah, Dow's above its core DML here. It does have on the quarterly these DMLs live stacked up, so that's going to tell us a lot. I think the weekly envelope, good pullbacks into this area. That would be the top of the envelope here on the Dow, 47,250. Got a lot of DMLs stacked up there. Got a good zone of support between the daily true average and the congestion DML, reaction support line, all that stuff stacked up right there. So I'm going to let the overnight session tell me a lot, and that will provide a good detail into the intraday trading into the New York session. So definitely an interesting gap up move right there. And then bonds had the same move, but the opposite direction. And that went into a lot of weekly support right here. It wouldn't be a bad buy opportunity. Already trying to put in a little bit of a pocket right here. Got the extension, weekly extension right here. I mean, this wouldn't be a bad buy. Set your stops at the lows. If it pushes down below that extension DML, then you know it could be entering congestion down. But it looks like it's trying to pick up support as of right now, putting a little bit of a flash on the daily. So, but it's also trending down. So, you know, could be trying to reverse. Who knows? But weekly is showing a lot of support right here, at least for right now. We'll see if that holds or continues to get pushed through and tries to enter for a move down. But yeah, got shot down by this DML on the monthly. You know, quarterly still looks pretty strong. Change this to yearly. Don't know why it was on the daily. Yeah, doesn't tell me a whole lot. Let's go into gold here. So weekly ended off of the pocket, closed above that extension in the pocket. Kind of look at this area as a good zone of support below you here. And looks like that tried to get picked up the past couple of days to end the week. But we are getting shot down from this extension of the monthly. So we'll see if support gets picked up back up here, or if it tries to continue that move down off of that after getting shot down from that monthly extension. So you'll see I don't trade gold, so I'm going to stay away. Silver's kind of showing the same thing. Let me kind of expand this for us so we can get a better view. Sorry if I'm not going into too much detail here. I am exhausted, but the day ahead analysis after Monday will tell us a lot going into the rest of the week. So, you know, with that big move with indices and bonds, it's kind of hard to tell what it wants to do right now, at least for me. If you guys have a better read or you're seeing something different, please feel free to share. That only helps everybody else out. So silver, putting a little bit of a double pocket right here. Pocket right here got shot down, got picked back up. Looks like a lot of cross currents as of now. There's good support below us right here, down into 45.80 or 45.8, but there's also a lot of resistance at 49.6. Monthly looks very bullish. You know, could try to find some support, but we will see on that. Not the best reads for right now. I mean, I'm trying to just trade the indices. Crude. So tagged its monthly extension. I believe I talked about this in one of the videos about, you know, it could be a good buy opportunity if it's trying to find support. And you look at the daily, great reversal pattern, putting a great flash down here, and then another subtle flash. And then once it closed above a lot of these DMLs here, that was a great buy opportunity right here in this candle. When it closed above the extension, closed above these oncoming support. Yes, it challenged it during that day, but in the end, it continued to rally. So we'll see if that rally continues. It looks very bullish. We have these stacked up right here. So I think anything down here in the middle of the envelope could be a good buy opportunity, or down in the middle of the weekly envelope. You know, it's still putting a flash in the monthly. So we'll see if that continues to push or if it gets shot down going back into the envelope. So a lot on our plate here. I think with these indices and the big gap up, it's probably safer to let it play out and wait for more clarity into the rest of the week. Wait for good intraday setups on your Sierra charts. They provide them good no matter what. There's always some clear setups. I know a lot of people have had good success throughout the week. So me personally, on indices, I'm going to let this gap up play out and provide more clarity into the rest of the week. But you know, I'm going to play depending on the overnight session. If we continue to push, then yeah, I could probably look for more bullish signals throughout the day. If we get shot down, I'm probably going to look for, you know, somewhere down in this zone, 25,500 down into 25,390, 29,400. That's a big range, but you know, in the middle of the envelope where these are stacked up on the weekly, 25,280, 25,300, that area, there's a lot of support. So I'm gonna stay patient, wait for the setups to come to me, and looking forward to a good trading week. Hope everybody else has the same. I've halfway through about 4 combines right now. I need $1,500 more to pass and have access to 4 XFAs. So looking forward to that. Hopefully that happens, and if it doesn't, purchase 5 more and hopefully pass those eventually, and then have be back on the train of payouts, and you know, get back on the groove here. So hope everybody has a good one. Hope everybody has a good rest of their night. Good luck to everybody.